evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Today, we're going to be doing the Blackwing Deck profile with the new Premium Pack 17 cards, the Blackwings that were introduced in there, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. For monsters, we're going to be starting off with 20 of them: Sirocco, 3 Chris, 3 Shura, 2 Bora, 1 Zephyros, 1 Daybreak, 3 Kalut, 2 Gale, 2 Panaka, and 2 Blizzard. For spells, they're going to be 8 of them. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, 2 Lance, 3 Whirlwind, 1 Snatch Steel. For traps, there's going to be 12 of them. We're going to be running Bottomless, 3 Icarus Attack, 2 Trap Stun, Compulse, 2 Vanities, 2 Fiendish Chain, and Solemn Warning. Now for the extra deck, here's where we get a little tricky. We're going to be running 15 of them. Bills, Crimson Blader, Joe, Armor Master, Nathung, Armed Wing, Armadas, blah. Master Key Beetle, Zero Phone, 2 Castell, Exiton, Dweller, Raid Rappers, 4 Strikes, and number 80 Rhapsody and Berserk. The deck is very control based. There necessarily isn't some huge combo you want to put together to make your opponent just go I scoop. There's a series of good plays that you have to make in order to succeed in the game, and that's why Blackwings take a lot of skill compared to a lot of the decks. For example, Burning Abyss. You have a set series of combos. You want to go Tour Guide into Graph, Exceed into Dante, Dante Effect, Detach Graph, Special Summon Scarm, activating another Burning Abyss, Special Summon going to Dante, then set background. There isn't that type of combo involved with this deck, though there are combos similar to that in this deck in late game strategies. For example, I have Whirlwind on the field and level 4 monster in the graveyard. I normal summon Blizzard. Blizzard's effect. Oh, and I would also need a level 4, well, preferably a level 4 monster in my hand. Possibly even another Blizzard would work. So, normal summon Blizzard, activate Whirlwind, grab Panaka, special summon Shura to the side of the field. I'm going to Exceed into Nathung. Nathung effects, I get to normal summon either another Blizzard or a Shura, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to go for Chris for this. Normal summon Chris. Activate Whirlwind effect, get Bora, special summon Blur. Now I can either make Castell to bounce a monster, inflict 800 to my opponent. I can make the Raid Rappers 4 Strikes to add a monster, but regardless, I'm going to have at least 2 other monsters and the Thung on my opponent's side of the field. My opponent monster automatically loses 800 attack and they lose 800 life points, excuse me. So I have quite a few good cards off of just a 2-card combo and sustaining Black Whirlwind to my side of the field. The longer that you sustain Black Whirlwind to your side of the field, the odds of you winning just drastically. That's right, I said drastically, and you know, they just really do increase, and it's not even funny. Getting Black Whirlwind is a priority, which is why I gave you guys a couple of options. A lot of people don't like Forbidden Lance, and I'm not a huge fan of it anymore myself for right now. But Pot of Dualities are pretty good. The only reason why I don't like them is because they prevent me from special summoning, but they were mandatory back in the Blackwing deck before we got all the special summoning mechanics, and I still wouldn't see why they're not good now. You could take out the Forbidden Lances for Pot of Dualities and, you know, just dig deeper to get to that Black Whirlwind, because ultimately that is the card you want to go for. Also, I'm not really a big fan of Snatch Steel at all. I mean, as much as I did like it before, this is a meta, or yeah, this is a time where if you're not playing the same deck, Snatch Steel isn't really that much of a good card. So I'd more than likely drop Snatch Steel to the side and put Raigeki to the main board, just because Raigeki main board just has so many more different applications. As for the traps, I feel that they're just very, very basic. The 3 copies of Icarus Attack is going to act as the Fire Lake of the Burning Abyss. If you're playing against Quillfort, you'll have a very fun day, because you'll just spam out Panaka, and then you'll go, you know, Icarus Attack on their pendulum spells. And as long as you keep on Icarus attacking them, you should have a fun day, because none of their Quillfort monsters are going to be able to get over your Shura with Kaluts in hand. I mean, you can just make their lives very miserable. The Quillfort matchup is pretty easy. As for Shaddolls, you really just kind of have to run over them and hope that they're not so great of players. I mean, as long as they don't go Dinka Seka and then go off on you and OTK you, you'll be fine. But if they keep on going like Construct and stuff, you just control the board with Shura and Kalut. Burning Abyss is probably the harder matchup because they have like 8 million back row. And on top of that, their monsters gain benefit off of being destroyed and sent to the graveyard. So you kind of have to watch your matchup with them more. Normally, you're going to have to make some SCs. That's why you're running double Castell instead of any 101s. Castell is just a really good card in here. It's an Icarus attack target. It gets over Dante. It gets over Virgil. It gets over those X cards without, your opponent gaining its effect because it's attached to some material or whatever. So that's why I really like Castell over here. I did like the Raid Raptors 4 strikes, but only 1 copy because I've never found myself needing more than 1. You could only add a level 4 winged beast monster to your hand, which I found was pretty sad, but still at the same time, I mean, it's still a pretty decent card, especially if we're going in for some like huge amounts of damage. This deck can OTK someone very, very fast. I mean, it's not really much I can tell you about. The only thing I can tell you is just play smart, and if you play this deck smart, you will win. I mean, that's just Blackwings the whole way through. But that's basically about it. Really hope you guys have enjoyed the Blackwing deck profile. I'll make sure to put the YDK down below if my drop box isn't tripping. But thank you guys for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.